Hello, and welcome to another episode of the Mignon Show. I am your host, Mignon, and this is my co-host,
Beverly Smith Brown.
Yes, welcome, Beverly.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
As you guys know, every month I will have a new celebrity guest host. And so this is October. Also, it is Domestic Violence Awareness Month. I am definitely wearing my purple. Got my fingernails and my lipstick. And we have our new co-host, Miss Beverly Smith Brown. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to allow her to tell you just who this superstar is. If you don't know, you will know today. Welcome, sis.
Thank you so much, Mignon. I'm excited to be here.
I know,
I'm just so proud of you and everything that you're doing.
Thank you.
You know, the platform to, give a voice to the voiceless. So super excited. My name is Beverly Smith Brown. I am a native Washingtonian. I am the founder of Mama Safe Haven nonprofit organization. We encourage self-love, higher education, and self-employment by offering a support bridge to those in need of resources to get to the next level in their lives. And basically what we do is we connect with the community. We connect the community to the resources. So we are a grassroots nonprofit organization that deal with real life issues, first responder issues. We are the first ones on crime scenes and teen pregnancy and juvenile delinquency. The huge drug epidemic, we just had a K2E event on Saturday. So those are some of the things that we do. But one of our main things that help us be successful, because we are a successful nonprofit organization, but there's no way we can do it without partnerships.
Absolutely.
So Mama Safe Haven, everything that we do, every workshop, event, program, speaking engagement, it's all about partnership. Partnerships are key. So, so we can name Alliance of Concerned Men, Lakeisha Brown Foundation, HYPE, Children of the Light. We have Family of Incarcerated People. So, Mama Safe Haven is just a community organization.
Yes, and Mama Safe Haven is over in D.C. doing some things. I mean, they are changing some lives over there. You are such an awesome, beacon of light in the community. Every time I see you, you got so much going on, and you have a heart of service and for the kids, So I just appreciate you. I appreciate all your hard work, because, honey, I see you. I see you out there, and I'm telling you out there doing some marvelous work. And so also you have a great event.
I do.
That's coming up. Like in a week or so.
Yes.
Less than 10 days.
Yeah.
Yes. Less than 10 days. She has an awesome event that's coming up. So tell them about this awesome event that you have going on over at Hart Junior High.
That's right. Super excited. You go, girl. Okay. It is Mama Safe Haven. We are partnering with Charles Hart Middle School, and we are presenting the first annual You Go Girl Female Transformational Conference. It's a conference that's happening Saturday, October the 13th. We're at Hart Middle School. That's 601 Mississippi Avenue Southeast, 232. We'll be there from 9 to 5. We have some amazing sponsors that will be feeding us breakfast and lunch. We have some dynamic facilitators and speakers that's going to pour into our community. This is a free event. It's free for everyone to come out and to participate. Super excited to have Mignon Brown hosting and facilitating our domestic violence workshop. And it's definitely open for the teens and for adults. So we're super excited about that. It's all about transformation. It's not where you start, is where you're going. It's not about the knockdown, it's about the get up. It's really about, being a mirror for our sisters. It's not always about knocking a sister down or, competing and comparing. But a lot of times we see stuff in women. A lot of times, for me, I believe that women see other things in women that they want to do, and I think that's a great opportunity to partner up where we can become strong. So that's what the You Go Girl Awards is all about. It's about women coming together, females ages 8 and up coming together, and just really having some great synergy and learning. And hopefully, the whole goal is that we can create these small pockets of just community of women that just show little girls that we know how to come together and make some great things happen.
Absolutely. We got to show the next generation that it's okay. You know, I can be my sister's keeper and help her. And when her crown is slipping, you know, I can just tilt it back over a little bit. It's going to take us to show them that we can be friends to one another and love one another.
That's right.
Because, you know, it's I know when I grew up, you know, they had this this way how we looked at other females that, you know, you can't trust her and all she wants to do is wear your clothes and date your boyfriend. That's all you knew about another girl. And just think of that. And that's why we couldn't build healthy relationships with one another. But I'm so glad that now that day is over.
Come on now. To God be the glory. I want to give
God
God
be the
all of the
glory,
glory
yes.
and all of the honor. And I cannot sit here and talk about girl power without mentioning my sisters. You know, my sister Vanessa Nixon, always going to keep her name alive. Say her name, Vanessa Nixon. She's an amazing woman. She passed away in 2006. I am number 8 of 9 children. My mom had 6 girls and 3 boys. I'm the baby girl, and I grew up in a house full of women who just embraced other women. I watched my sister do other women's hair, and she cared about their hair. It wasn't about, oh, I don't want to do your hair to look better than me. She said, you go, girl. That was her thing. She was like, girl, you're going to look good. You got this. And it was her whole motive was to empower women. It didn't matter. And unfortunately, I mean, whether you were doing good or bad, my sister made you feel good about it.
Absolutely.
It was all about making you feel good. My sister Mary Jane, very strong sister, very strong. My sister Sharon, may she rest in peace. I lost her to drugs, but she was a strong sister that cared about sisters. She would look you in the face and tell you things that you didn't like, but she would love on you. And that's what we need. We need a sister that can look you in the face and say, hey, girl, you know what, you're messing up, but I love you and I'm going to walk you through this.
Absolutely.
And that's what this You Go Girl, and I am just so grateful to God that I experienced sisterly love. And although my sisters are not here with me in the physical, but they are here in spirit. And
Absolutely.
I am embracing all women that want to, you know, just love on each other. We're not competition. We need each other.
Absolutely. And in honor of Domestic Violence Awareness Month, I just want to say that I just want to give a shout out to all the survivors of domestic violence who have made it out. And also just to continue to be the voice of the women and men and children who have lost their life to domestic violence. I definitely, with my daughter Lakeisha Brown, say her name.
Yes,
and also
Lakeisha
Selena Brown, my niece, who both lost their life due to domestic violence. So we just want to bring some awareness to that,
That's
right?
It's so
and
important.
And what I do want to say is, because I know we do have a lot of youth that watch this show, because last month we did have all our youth entrepreneurs on here. But today we're going to be talking about stories of domestic violence and also sexual abuse. So if this is a conversation that may not be suited for them, we will excuse you today for not watching the Mignon Show, but we definitely have some things that we need to deal with on an adult level in honor of Domestic Violence Awareness Month. So I am going to turn it over to Beverly, because right now what we're going to do, we're going to go into our Girl Chat segment, and we do have a story, and usually these are stories that's from around the country that is happening that maybe you have not heard of, but just to build more awareness to what's going on in our homes with children.
Yeah.
So, Beverly, I want to turn it over to you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
This is, you know, this particular story that we're going to speak on is not personal to me, but I am a survivor of a domestic violence. So when I read this article, I'm going to tell you guys, you know, it's really important for us to love on our sisters and brothers, especially the ones that's showing anger and showing those areas of depression. This story is coming out of Indiana, guys. Convicted molester's girlfriend admits to letting him assault her daughter, who was 10 years old, and it resulted in her becoming pregnant. It's something that happens all too often. You know, working in a community, I work in, you know, the low-income community in Southeast D.C., and the numbers are staggering how many youth who are being sexually assaulted by family members and friends of family, and is afraid to talk to their mom. And even if they do talk to the mom, will she believe them? Will she take her side? Will she just brush it under the rug? This situation, the mom knew what was going on. She was a part of what was going on. She tried to cover up for this guy, and what made it worse was she avoided the trial by just accepting the fact that she was wrong.
Yeah.
And I know it would have been hard for the child to see her mom. It's just tragic all the way around. There's no clean way to get out of it, and it's just sad. And for that, it's just sad.
And us as mothers, we have to be more careful with the type of men that we let into our homes around our children. Because like you said, the woman knew that her boyfriend was molesting and raping her daughter. And because of her need to have a man around, then more than her need to love her daughter, she let this abuser do this to her 10-year-old daughter, and this behavior resulted in a pregnancy. And the mother, she even told her daughter to put it on another young boy in school, that it was him. And it's a whole thing where we always say hurt people, right? Because of these people and the emotional trauma that they're going through, they're putting that on all these other innocent people.
And I can't help but think about, you can't give what you don't have.
You can't.
So not to take the side of the mom, but it's easy for me to want to pray for her, because as a mom, I had 4 children, I had 4 grandchildren, and I just could not fathom not coming to my child's rescue. But like you said, hurt people, and I can only imagine some of the things that she had to endure to think that something like that was okay. For her to be able to wrap her mind around the concept of this man who she's in a sexual relationship with. So that's something different, because women, we're territorial, okay? Let's just start there. So to go there, and then, it's a sign of, that whole desire, that need to please as a woman. As women, I think we have that thing, a desire of wanting to please our man, and it's really sad and sick. And I think that's more reason for us as women to embrace each other, especially the ones that hurt the most. Is really sad, and thinking about what this child has to go through to overcome that, and if she's keeping a child, and what the conversation will be around once the child is born, is something that is, calling all therapists, all mental health specialists. We thank you. Continue to do what you're doing from the heart. Is definitely needed.
Absolutely, and I am so glad that they're bringing more awareness to mental health and how important that is, because you just think about the mom's situation, is that she's being abused as well.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? For her to even, to be in a relationship with someone who has found an attraction to her daughter, just think of all the emotional and mental abuse that she's going through, and she may have been sexually and physically abused as well. I mean, everything hasn't come out because she pleaded guilty, and so they just went on and sentenced her to 20 years in jail, and they sentenced him to 160 years in jail. So who knows the story of that? But I hope that when, because she is going to have time to think about this, but I hope that she's really in that place to be rehabilitated. And I also, my heart goes out to that 10-year-old little girl, is that now, she has a lifetime of therapy that she's going to have to go through to be able to overcome what has happened to her.
True tragedy. But with that thought, is so many women, grown women, walking around with that same story.
With that same story.
And when it comes down to so many things as it relates to, not just, I don't want to keep saying women, because men are victims of domestic violence as well.
And rape.
1
in 7.
1
in 7 men.
But I think, it just, that story just, makes me have a heart more for those people as it relates to hurting people, and just knowing where that's coming from, and just understanding, if you are a victim of it, know that it's not your fault. Know that there is a way of escape. and that, you know, you seeking that help is the first step.
Absolutely. And if there's anybody right now that's listening to this broadcast and you or somebody you may know who may be a victim of sexual abuse, there is a national hotline.
Yes.
And that number is 1-800-656-4673. That's 1-800-656-4673. And we can no longer just continually to sit back and be bystanders while all of these things go on.
Yeah.
We must say something and do something about it to change it.
Yeah. And with that being said, I can't help but think about the person who's afraid to talk about it, who feels the weight of the shame, and what will happen the moment that those words leave their lips.
Yes.
You know, for me, I'm also an author. I self-published a book entitled He Kept Me in 2011. I am a survivor of sexual abuse. I was gang raped at 16, domestic violence. I was pushed out of a 2-story window, have plate in my jaw, so I had my mouth wide shut for 6 weeks, and just a number of different domestic violence relationships that I continue to find myself in. But it was really just a pattern of people okaying it, and it was something that I saw in my community and didn't think that it was a big deal.
Right.
It wasn't a huge deal. But one of the things that I want to speak to them about was just really loving myself, that self-love, and finding a higher power that resides on the inside. So just know that you're not alone. You're not the only one that's dealing with that situation. If you are, and if you know someone who may be dealing with that situation, the last thing you want to do is judge them.
Yes.
Because you never know what you would do until you're in that situation.
Absolutely.
So domestic violence is real. You can find my book on Amazon, and it's entitled He Kept Me. And it was something that helped me purge. I kind of just, once I got it out, and I broke through the fear of what people would think about my testimony, because as you can, I only gave you a snippet of it, and it's very heavy, but it was so heavy. Just imagine the weight it was on me, walking around with all of those different things. And so to those people, just know you're not alone. There is help out there.
Absolutely. And there's that freeing moment in your testimony. Even God says that we overcome by our testimony.
That's right.
So as soon as we started sharing what has happened to us, because believe me, it's not easy. It's not easy to get up and tell your story and everything, which we have decided to do with our lives. But that it's not for everybody. But you should have someone that you can confide in, that you can be able to share with what happened to you, because it's freeing for you.
It is.
It's definitely freeing for you. So we are definitely going to talk more about that. Right now, we're getting ready to go to our first break, because we do have an awesome guest that's in the studio today. Her name is Tanzania Fair. She is here. And when we come back, she will be at this desk. You are watching the Mignon Show with your host, Mignon, and my co-host,
Beverly Smith Brown.
And we'll be right back. Thank you for watching.
Thank you.
I know, and I be feeling it when y'all be talking. I be feeling it for real. I be like, feeling it for real. I just gotta shake extra hard when I ain't like it. I do it for real. This is an Essence feed, so you got my God. You just be seeing me at home when I hear lock it. I just gotta keep rewinding it, and then I just be feeling it.
Hello and welcome back to the Mignon Show. So we have a call, so we're going to take this call first. Hello, you're on the Mignon Show.
Hola.
Hello.
Who is speaking, please?
Hello, you're in the middle of the Mignon Show. Can I help you?
I don't know who is speaking, please.
Okay, we got the wrong number. Thank you. All right, so guys, thank you. Welcome back to the Mignon Show. And as you can see, we have our awesome guests here at the table. We have Miss Tanzania Fair. So welcome.
Welcome. Thank you.
Thank you so much for being here.
Sure.
Thank you. So before we get into, let me just tell you guys who she is. I'm going to read just a portion of her very extended bio, okay? So that means she's out here doing some work. She's doing some work out here. So we have Tanzania Fair. She is the founder and executive director of HYPE, Helping Young People Evolve. The mission is to serve youth in their most vulnerable communities by providing mentoring, leadership development, self-empowerment, and career and college readiness opportunities to prepare youth on the road to success. The program focuses on social and emotional development through the positive decision-making curriculum, as well as teaching youth the art of mind to build their confidence and self-esteem.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for that. So I am so interested in hearing all about that. Because I love when we can incorporate the arts, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Because that's what we know that will help bring the children from out of their shyness.
So true.
So let's get right into this. Tell us about yourself and your program.
Yes. So I am originally from Detroit, Michigan. I came down here through an internship through Michigan State University. Did an internship, and I was like, you know what? I'm staying in D.C. You know, there's a lot of opportunities, and people just really just like want to help you, and like I wasn't used to that. You know, so seeing that, I wanted to cling to it. So I'm like, if I go back home, you know, I'm not really like, what opportunities are really out there?
Yeah.
You know, so I stayed out here, grind, like borderline homeless, like did AmeriCorps, just like really grinded out. Then I got an opportunity to start HYPE. And HYPE came about my sophomore year in college. You know, in 8th grade, I really struggled. Like 6th and 7th grade, I transitioned like to 8th grade, transitioned to like a public school, and so the work was really, really hard. And I almost failed, like I almost did not pass like to 9th grade, all right, because it was so hard. But I became self-motivated to reach out to my teachers and to really get help and stuff like that. And I ended up passing, you know, 8th grade. After that, 9th grade came. Straight 4.0s. 10th grade came, straight 4.0s. 10th grade, the counselor called me in the office like, hey, like you are valedictorian for the 12th grade class. I wasn't even in 12th grade
Wow, you were
yet.
in 10th grade.
Yeah, 10th grade.
Wow.
She like, you are on the National Honor Society. I was class president. And so I think that experience fueled me like, I can do this. Like, I can keep going. Like, if I put my mind to it, I can do anything.
Absolutely.
But then I realized that a lot of kids are not self-motivated. They need that person to push them to the next level. And so I want to be that person to push them to their fullest potential. And so like sophomore year, I was first-time generational college student, struggled massively, like failed a lot of classes, 1.0s. I mean, like struggled tremendously in college. And I want to be able to help the first-time generational college student navigate that process because, you know, it's like, my mama really couldn't tell me what to do on a campus life, right? I had to navigate it on my own, you know, and so it was a lot. I had to get a job. My first day on campus, I had a job. I had to provide for myself. It was like, once you turn 18, it was like I was on my own. It was like, okay, girl, you got to figure this out. I used to skip class just to go to work to make sure that I eat, to make sure that I had clothes and stuff that I needed, you know, for winter and stuff like that. So I think that those experiences has fueled me to start start Hype with my best friend. Her name is LaVonda White. And so we been on this journey together ever since 10th grade in high school, which is really amazing.
Wow. That is amazing.
That is awesome.
That is amazing.
That's awesome.
Oh my goodness, I just don't know what to say behind that. But that is so amazing because it always takes the things that we have went through ourselves personally,
For sure.
for to be able to see that, to see the need of other people, and to just make those sacrifices. Because I know about those almost homeless days to be able to for chasing your passion, for what really was your God-giving passion to do, to be able to help someone else. So I definitely know about that, and I applaud you and thank you. Thank you for seeing the need, seeing the need, and then having a resolution, a resolution for that. So definitely thank you for that.
And when I came out to DC, Michigan State, they had told us like, don't go to Southeast. They showed us the map. Was like, don't go to Ward 8. Like, don't go to Ward 7.
East of the river.
Literally. Like, and me and my sister, like, my best friend, look at each other like, we going over there. Like, we going over there. You know,
those are people.
You know,
Let me tell you something.
Sure,
I was born and raised east of the river, 7th, Ward 7. So I'm a part of that and everything. And people always say, it's so bad over there, east of the river, and this, that, and that. We ain't nothing but the same type of people that's trying to survive and make it out here like anybody else.
And then, like, I'm from Detroit, so I'm like, I feel more at home in Ward 7 to 8 than I feel in Ward 1.
Oh, yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
And so those are the people that we want to help. We felt more at home in this community. You know what I'm saying? And so it was just really interesting when they had said that. And it's like, so this is what y'all really out here telling these people and these other people who don't look like us to make them scared to come into our community. So it's crazy.
Absolutely right. I tell people, there's no one's going to help us but us.
That's right.
We have to come back and we have to be the community and that village that our children need, because everybody is not getting the same thing in the same households.
Yeah,
that's true.
So we can't expect everybody to act a certain way when they're not getting that in their household. So when we know that they're not getting that, we have to be a resource, a community of people to be able to give them what they need to survive too, because it all affects us any one way or the other. You know what I'm saying? We can't get away from it. And I always tell people, I say, you may be raising your child one way in your household, but when they leave out your household to go interact with other children that have not been raised like your child, then you're still affected. So those are things that you have to worry about, not so much of how you're raising in your house, because that's going to be done.
Exactly.
But what about the ones that's raised outside of your house? How can you be a mentor? How can you show them how to do that?
Yeah.
That's what it's going to take. I'm telling you, we need more mentors out here.
Agree.
And you have a program where you're mentoring. So if there's someone out there who would like to help you out mentoring and be a part of your program, how can they do that?
Yep, they can just email me at tanzania.hype@gmail.com. And we have a Facebook page, Helping Young People Evolve, Inc., and then an Instagram page, hype_now. Yep.
Okay.
Awesome. And I just want to say, I first met Tanzania, I think we received some funding at Far Southeast, and you all performed. So I saw some miming that they did. You had some youth that were doing miming, and I've never seen it actually in person. I've seen people do mime on TV and different shows, but to actually see it, we were in Southeast. I think we was at the library, Bellevue Library, as a matter of fact. And when they did it, I was just like, wow, that was just so impressive, because you felt the emotions without them saying anything. You felt it, and that was, I'm a filler. It's like I felt it. I was like, wow, you can tell that they were into it. And so many people speak loud. Like, I have a big mouth. We speak loud to be heard, but they didn't say a word. But it was so loud. I felt it. And then another time I saw you when we participated with your event that you did at Hype Day.
Hype Day. Yep, at Hype.
And it was just so... it was really just organic. Like you said, you are from Detroit, but like you said, it was an organic relationship amongst Hype and the other organizations, Mama Safe Haven and other organizations that you are welcome to be a part of it. And we just saw the youth in a different performers.
Yep.
And it was truly awesome. It was
you.
really an
Thank
example for our youth to see, you know what, you don't, because Mern Berry showed us that. You don't have to be, and I always start with a native Washingtonian, but you don't have to be a native Washingtonian. We
make
can
an
welcome
impact. Yep.
people from another state into our city who have the heart for the people. So
Absolutely.
that's why I said
Sure.
Tanzania is
Thank
actually
you.
going to be one of our facilitators
Yes.
for the You Go Girl Conference Saturday, October the 13th at Hart Middle School.
Because this is what you're doing this conference for. This
Yes.
whole You Girl conference is that we just want to get a lot of women and people to give back into these young girls.
That's right.
Yes.
Just
That's
to
right.
pull back into them, you know, things that we miss.
That's right.
Because I know when I go out and I teach, a lot of things I'm giving the children is things that I never got as
That's
a child.
right.
Yep.
That's right.
I
Yep.
wasn't able to understand what was going on and what a healthy relationship looked like
For sure.
until I had been through so many unhealthy
Healthy. Yep,
relationships
same here.
That's
and then had to have go through therapy
Yeah.
to understand
Yeah.
that why was I attracting so many of these same
Yeah.
relationships?
Yeah.
You know, and
Yeah.
it's really about a mindset. Until I changed my mindset to understand that I deserve better
Yeah.
Yep.
and that
Yeah.
I was worthy of a relationship that was loving to me first
Yeah.
and foremost.
Yeah.
And it's like now I'm in a place of that I'm not afraid to let go. You know what I'm saying? I'm not afraid to let go any type of relationship
It's
that does not
important.
serve me.
Yes.
And I'm able to walk
That's
away
right.
now. And so
Yes.
life has totally changed. And so I'm like, dang, if we give these nuggets to our younger girls
Come
Yes,
on.
man.
Yeah.
when they're
Planting
5 and
seeds.
6 years
Yes.
old,
Yeah.
and then they don't have to become like what's the saying that Frederick Douglass said? He said that it's easier to teach children
Yes.
than to repair broken men.
That's right. That's it.
So that's the
true.
mindset that we have to have. And let's go to the youth and let's
Yeah.
give them
That's
all
right.
this knowledge
Yeah.
so we can eradicate all these
Yes.
behaviors that's killing us.
Yeah.
That got us doing things in secret, like the little girl we talked about earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That you know, your home's supposed to be your safe
Safe
haven.
Yeah,
Haven.
that's right.
That's what you're supposed to be.
Your
a safe.
home's supposed to be your safe haven. And her own mother wasn't able to protect her in her home. And we all know it's because the mom didn't know any better.
That's right.
Yeah.
And there's no winners in this. And we don't
No
ever
winners.
point fingers and we don't ever judge. We are about bringing resolution
That's right.
That's
to
right.
every situation.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we just hope that we want all parties to be getting the therapy
Yeah.
and things that they need, whether they're a victim,
Yeah.
a bystander, or
Yeah.
an abuser.
Or the abuser.
Or an abuser.
Yeah.
We want everybody
Yeah.
getting what they need to be functional
Yeah.
in this society.
Yeah. And one of the things I realized when you mentioned that, I can go back into my, and remember when I went through abuse at 16 years old. Left my mom's house. It was a chaotic, my mom was addicted to crack, you know, house was really chaotic. It was a lot going on. All of my sisters was kind of struggling to do what they were supposed to do, and I'm kind of just trying to find my way and got lost in the sauce and was able to go and do wherever I wanted to go and do. And with that, I ran into the arms of my first abuser. And looking back, I really felt, because now he's very successful, you know. It's my son's father. We ended up having a child together. But during that time, I was in school. I was determined to finish high school, even though I was pregnant with my second child at that time in the 12th grade. He knew that he felt that he didn't deserve me. You know, his value of himself, you know, so it was always a jealousy thing where he would always think I wanted someone else. And you know, for me, I was head over heels in love with him. But for some, I could not convince him of that.
Yeah.
And today, as I sit here, you know, my age today, back then I was 16, I couldn't understand it, right? But I know now that he didn't see the value in himself.
That's right.
And I couldn't
right.
even see the value in myself to say, listen, we both are broken.
Yes.
We need to step away from each other and learn the value in ourselves. Because I was so busy trying to fix him.
Yep.
And he was so busy trying to be a man for me who he felt in his heart that he would never be.
Right.
He felt that because he saw other men and always compared himself to the other men that would come around me. And like I said, to this day, he went on into Job Corps. And I do want to do a plug for Job Corps.
Okay. Please do.
You know,
Please
any
do.
youth between the ages of 16
Yes.
and 24 who's not gainfully employed or enrolled in school, sign them up for Job Corps.
Please.
And you can call me at 202-903-5122. But that's what this young man did. My son father, he went into Job Corps. It was very chaotic. We was actually living in a rooming house. And I remember going from rooming house to rooming house when he couldn't pay that weekly bill. We'd just go to another rooming house.
Things we do for love.
But
Yes.
I was only 16, guys, okay? I was 16, thought I was grown, just knew I knew everything. But this guy, you know, and he was a great provider at the time. He, you know, he was really trying to do his best. And as I look back now, I see those things, but I couldn't see it when I was in the midst of it. But today, you know, he went to Job Corps. He ended up going into the Navy, did some time in the Navy, and now he's a supervisor at Amazon.
Wow.
And he's doing great with my son, and, you know, he has a house and he's married and doing great. And I just say that to say that, you know, there is healing for our abusers.
Yes.
We cannot throw the abuser away,
Yes.
you know. And I, you know, at that time I was really upset and hurt because he, you know, he put me through the most pain. But I'm going to tell you, one of the things that was therapeutic for me was forgiving him without hearing I'm sorry. Without getting
Never
that.
getting that
Yeah,
sorry.
never getting
Never
sorry.
getting that I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
I was like, you know, I see the pain in you. I know that you were dealing with some issues as a man. Men deal with issues just like women. And I know for men, even with my grandson, my daughter's like, it's okay to cry, Jaden. You know, I'm not going to tell you can't cry. It's okay to say you need help. You know, don't tell your son that you the man of the house now.
Exactly. Right.
You know,
exactly.
it's like, no, you are a boy.
Absolutely.
Play with these little cars and
Right.
get your little action figures. Get back to that because, you know, the pressures of, you know,
Yes.
holding down a whole house. And when the woman is, you know, adding on extra things, it's that teamwork, that partnership of really getting to know who you are. Right? Knowing who you are and knowing what you like and dislike. So when you see someone, you can verbalize those things. I knew at that time I couldn't say, hey, you know, I don't want to be touched like that. I don't like you to grab me this way and that way. It was, I'm going to put up with this because I want to be in a relationship.
Right.
Absolutely.
Because I love you.
And that's
Right.
usually what we do. And that's why so many times we as women, we lose ourselves in relationship. And
So
we wake
true.
up one day and we don't even know who we are.
Yeah.
Say it. You be
We don't
20
even
different
know who
people.
we are. You like, who are
I'm a
you?
Muslim today.
Yeah, because you're so busy trying
so
to be
true.
trying to be everything to a person, and you
Yeah.
can't do that. And
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
that's why, and we get burnt out. I remember telling my sister, you know, I had played wifey to so many men
Yeah.
that when I
same here.
became wifey, I was tired.
Yeah, okay.
My husband got the worst of me.
Okay.
And I'm telling you, he really did
Yeah.
because it was about so many other things when I got married. When I got married to my husband, it was about, okay, well, I said when I got 30, I'm going to get married then.
Yeah.
So it was whoever was with me when I was 30.
Yeah.
And then he had bought me a house. And I'm like, oh, yeah, you done bought me a house. It's okay. Now we got to get married now because
Yeah.
I got to get my name on the
Yeah.
deed. You know, my mind was thinking more material things
Yeah,
in a marriage
yeah.
instead of being a wife to someone. And then thinking that I could change him.
Yeah. Yeah.
I thought that I could change him
Yeah.
because, and I've learned something in later years is that you don't become a husband; you're always a husband.
Yeah.
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 And so I was waiting for him to become something that he never had intentions of
Don't
being.
be.
Yeah.
Yes, that's good.
Of
Yeah.
being. So now I'm
Yeah.
looking for the husband that's already in the man because the husband is already in him.
That's true.
It's not to be found.
You say
That's
check
true.
the intent.
Check the
What are
intent.
your
Right.
intentions?
What are your
Where do you,
intentions?
where do
Yeah.
you see this going? And that was one of the things, for me, I'm married 4 years now, and I was a single mom for 21 years. I never wanted to be married. Because I never seen a successful marriage. I've never seen a faithful man, and if he was faithful, he was either, something wrong with him, so he had no other choice because nobody else
Have a
wanted
half
him.
a leg.
Or
Have a
something.
half a leg or something.
Everything is not working or something. I don't know what's wrong. But,
Right.
for me, I just was, and I was just having this conversation with my niecey. I was totally okay with being single.
Yes.
I really
Yes, yeah.
enjoyed being single because I knew, my happiness was my sanity. And the last thing I wanted to be worrying about is he really at work? Is he really with his boys? And those are the things, but I had to realize, like, where did those thoughts come from? Because of the environment.
Because of the
TV shows, because of the music, because of the people that you're around. And you have to look at how they're walking. Are they walking like a wife? Are they doing the things of a wife to have someone like that? And when me and my husband got together, and he told me, you my wife. And I'm like, dude, like, we've been friends for 10 years. So I could not, we were friends. He was totally in the friend zone, totally. To this day, I married my best friend. I look at him like, wow, we're married because we are friends. But it was a thing of me saying, okay, I want to get married. I am a wife. I deserve one man, and he deserves me, all of me, and not me spreading myself thin to say, oh, I don't want a man worrying about where I'm at, and those kind of things that we think is attached to a marriage, which my marriage is totally not like what I thought marriage was. And it's so important when we go into these relationships is to define ourselves for ourselves so we can approach them with our true self and not our representative.
That's true. Yeah. and I think that some girls don't take the time to heal.
Yes.
I find a lot of girls it's like they in a like relationship after relationship, like hopping. It's like, no, like take some time for yourself.
Yes.
Heal yourself.
Yes.
Get your mental together. Journal. Whatever you got to do to get yourself together. Because it's like they need a man to make them feel good. Like you have to make yourself feel good. You have to love you. And
Absolutely.
And I feel like once I did that, I felt like a weight was lifted off my shoulder, and I felt relieved. I just felt at peace with myself. And so I think that single life, like enjoying that single life, and actually knowing how to have friends and not just jumping into something.
Exactly. Having that real single life. Because it's a difference.
It is.
I'm really
it really
learning
is.
that is a difference with being single, with being single out here. Because I know, like, for me with being single, and I'm almost approaching 3 years of celibacy.
To God be the glory.
And let me tell you something. This is how I look at that. I say to myself, I be like, dang God, how I'm really doing this, trying to get through this. But then it's like I recognize is that, like, the beauty in it is because I know I can have it.
Yeah.
But I don't get it. And I know I can get it. So the thrill in it to me is that my husband is going to appreciate that.
That's right.
Yes.
That I waited for you. I could have had whoever I wanted to have.
Right.
But the thing of it is that I made a promise between me and God. I said, you know what, God, I'm going to do it your way.
Yes.
I'm going to set boundaries.
Yes.
And I don't care what nobody's saying. I got some dudes, they swear it's a challenge, honey. They swear they trying to win it, but it ain't gonna happen. It ain't gonna happen because I know God is gonna honor what I'm doing. And I really love that time because I'm able to find out who I really am.
That's right.
It's the most beautiful thing.
It's a cleansing, so you feel it more. Because I did a fast for 3 years, and my husband came right after 3 years.
That's a sign.
Right after 3 years.
Jesus.
I fasted and prayed for 3 years.
Wow.
I left D.C. in July 2010, moved to Virginia. I checked, my son lost my phone, so my number that I had for 10 years disappeared. So that was the cut for anybody that would. I would just call to you doing. You want to go out? So all of that was cut off, and I'm out in Burke, Virginia, and D.C. do not do Virginia, so no one was popping up at my house and that kind of thing. And that's where I wrote my book, and Victory Christian Ministry Internationals with the Pastor Cynthia and Tony Brazelton.
Yes,
I'm telling you, I have been just receiving the word and just knowing that we are a spirit, we are a speaking spirit, that we have the ability to call into existence the life that we want. When Pastor Cynthia, I did a partners class and she was talking about the importance of a wife, and like I said, I'm like, no, I don't want to be a wife. I'm a great mom. I can be great friends. Sex is overrated. At this point, seriously, at this point, my 3rd year, I was like, sex is overrated. It's not that big deal. Like, I went 3 years. It's okay. And it was a thing where when he came and out of the blue, Facebook, I almost needed some work done in my house. And I said, let me call him. And we went out to eat after he did it. And he looked at me and was like, we'd be really good together. And I'm like, Dante? Not Dante. I was like, what? I literally was like, whatever, and just kept eating and was just like, whatever. But it was one of those things where it wasn't forced. I was totally happy. He was totally happy. We wasn't looking for anyone to fill any voids. We just was having fun. He brought me a pair of skates and was like, let's go skating. So we skating, and it was one of those things. So it was really organic, but at the same time, it was a thing that I looked up and I was a wife. It wasn't like I had to make myself. It wasn't like I had to force myself. I had to think twice. It was just the order of what was next. It just was the next best thing to do. And we always say, even today, it's like we're married because we're two people that want to be married.
Exactly.
That's a
we
good
two
point.
people that
Exactly.
we want to be married.
Yeah.
It's like I want you. This is what I want, and I'm not gonna, allow anything to get in the way.
And
of
that's
that.
so true, because it's a choice. Like, people always say, because nobody, they won't be faithful and this, that, and that. And I was like, well, you know what? I beg to differ.
Right.
I said, I have met a lot of strong men that, maybe that was their story back in the day, but when they came to the realization that this is the woman that I want and this is the woman that I'm fighting for, they're not out there in those lifestyles like that.
right.
They're not doing that because they understand that this is daily work. Every day I choose
single
to love
Every
you and be
day.
committed to you.
That's
right.
And only in that moment. And seeing what people get so confused is because they look long term and they always set themselves up and they say, I can't do that.
Yeah.
Well, if you're looking at something 20 years and you already saying you're going to fail, then you are going to fail.
That's true.
But if you take it daily to say that only today in this 24 hours, I'm going to love her, I'm going to love him,
right.
I'm going to respect her,
That's right.
I'm going to do this,
Yeah.
and you live in that moment.
That's right. But what you said something earlier that rings so true for us as females, males too. You got to be okay to walk away.
Yeah.
You got to know when to say when. It's so important to love yourself enough to know when something is not serving you.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's really doing you a disservice, because I know one thing as it relates to these titles, right? You can have these titles of, it could be family. It could be a title of cousin, sister, brother, mother, son, right? But I'm going to tell you guys, you do not, one of the things that I got caught up in, and I always try to speak for myself, is that whole loyalty, right?
Yes.
You want to be loyal to the
right people.
to the right
To the right
people,
people.
and
True.
trusting your instinct and your GPS system. Because I know when my husband came around, a lot of people was not used to the happy Beverly.
Yeah.
They was not used to the happy Beverly. They was used to me grinding, and they was used to me getting things done, but they used to me doing it by myself. And when they saw that I had a helpmate, they really just was like, turned their back. They was like, you know what, I can't deal. She was already doing good by herself. Oh my gosh, now she has.
She
Now
got
she got a husband.
Yeah, she got a husband.
Look. And he can read and write, y'all. he don't have no court records. And he's from Southeast, okay? A native Washingtonian from Capers. So they are some good men from Southeast
Yes,
DC.
it is. We love our men from Southeast.
And they are good ones out there. But I think it's important for us to be okay with walking away. And even in my marriage, me and my husband had to learn that, because you can, when you're used to those boyfriend girlfriend, you can say those things to hurt. But when you know that you are connected, you never leaving this person, the last thing you want to do is scar them. So before we start using those hurtful words, we know how to walk away. I used to hate that at first. I was like, no, we're going to deal with this. But I said, you know what? It's so important for us to take that time out.
Absolutely.
Facebook has this new thing called take a break. Sometimes
Yes.
you got to take a break.
Yes, you got to take a break. And let me tell you something. That is so true.
is.
You got to take a break. And I
Take a
know
break.
even for me this time, with looking at love and everything, I look at it from a totally different place, because I know this time I'm not marrying for love this time. I am marrying for purpose.
Right.
Of what God have me committed to, and the man that God is bringing into my life.
Yeah.
Because it's not all about what I want.
Come on now.
That's true.
Sometimes I don't know what I want. Sometimes I'm very greedy.
Say it. That's awesome.
I want it all.
That's awesome. Truth.
I want it all.
That's true.
So I'm trying to let let God lead this time, and so
Yeah.
that I can this marriage will be for what God needs it to be.
Yeah.
And so that's what I'm looking for in this
Yeah.
time. And I also, T.D. Jake said the other day, he said that women, we are the solution, that we are not the problem.
Yes.
So any male that you're in their life as their significant other, and he looks at you as his problem, that is not your soulmate. Because your soulmate is going to look at you as the solution.
Yes.
I love
yes.
that. Yes.
Stated.
Yes.
The solution.
Yes. Yes.
So we got to remember these things.
Yeah.
So Tanzania, I know this hour goes so fast.
Oh, especially when we're having fun. This is
Always
awesome.
when we're having fun. But we want you to tell the audience, we want to also give them another piece of your program of what you offer, how they can get in contact with you again on social media, and where they can get in contact with you if they're looking for mentors.
For sure. Again, you all can email me at tanzania.hype@gmail.com, or you can reach me at on Facebook, Helping Young People Evolve, Inc., Instagram, hype_now, or you can just call me at 313-848-3396. Detroit in the building.
Detroit is in the building. Detroit will be in the building. You can also sign up for her workshop.
Yes,
She will be hosting a workshop at
Girl
the
Power.
You Go Girl.
At the You
Yes.
Go
You
Girl.
Go Girl. And you can go to Eventbrite, and we have we have each of their workshops listed on Eventbrite. So make sure you sign up, and you can do both because we're doing 2 45-minute segments. So you can do both. We're super excited.
Super excited.
Yes,
excited.
definitely.
Super
Truly
excited.
appreciate
And so we
you all.
did give them the date, right? Saturday, October the 13th, over at Hart Middle
week.
School.
Free.
And that's over on Mississippi Avenue,
Yep.
Southeast.
Mississippi
Southeast
Avenue,
DC.
Southeast.
So,
yes.
okay, and what else you got going on, Bev? You know, you do so much. What else is going on over there?
Well, no. Okay. So, guys, just want to run down everything that God was so gracious to bless me with. And one of the things that, I always give honor to God, always my strength and my rock. So, my book entitled He Kept Me, it's my autobiography. It's my story of overcoming. It's not a book for everyone. If you've been through hell and back and you need a roadmap, go to Amazon.com and get He Kept Me. I also have some books coming in, so I'll be doing a book signing soon.
Nice.
Mama Safe Haven, we're on the web. You can look us up. It's MOMMASSAFEHAVEN.org. And if you want to reach out to us, it's info@mamasafehaven.org. I'm also a filmmaker. Super excited. I have to shout out Mitch Cradle. I always shout Mitch out because he gave me the opportunity and believed in my writing skills and entered into a contest and won. So I have a film entitled Still I
Awesome.
Rise.
Yes.
Still I Rise is on YouTube, and we are making it a sitcom. So we are always looking for new cast members to be a part of the Still I Rise cast.
Yes.
Also, just being bit by the bug, I work with youth, so we created 3 films.
Yes.
We have 3 short films. We have a film entitled Resilience. That's on YouTube. We have a film entitled, a short documentary called Hanging by the Thread. That's not on YouTube. It's actually... we won a film festival, so super excited about that. So Hanging by a Thread, and we just did a documentary this summer that no one has seen. Super excited about that one, and it's called DC Gentrification ? So it's
Nice.
the youth, their whole perspective on how they feel about how DC is changing. So we, with Mama Safe Haven, we have Black Wall Street, so we hosting our Black Wall Street program. We also have Never Give Up, so we have self-love workshops, and we're doing toy drive, food drive with the cans for Thanksgiving, as well as a coat drive. I think that's it.
Okay.
Oh, one more thing. The Alliance of Concerned Men, we are the first responders, and we are definitely looking for volunteers to come out and support, to wrap your arms around the men and the young boys. So we are always looking for support as it relates to that. And super excited about Mignon Brown and how me and her met, I think it was about 4 years ago, and just been rolling together ever since. I love her so much.
I love you so much, and I want to
thank
thank you
you.
ladies again for coming on the
Yes.
show.
For sure.
Thank Miss Tanzania Fair for coming out, and we're definitely going to be supporting her organization. And also, again, my celebrity co-host, Beverly Smith Brown. She will be here for the rest of October. And also, I just wanted to share some things with you that I have going on. This Friday, I will be speaking at the Temple of Praise over on Southern Avenue. Nice. They're having a domestic violence awareness event, so I will be there. So come and check me out. And also this Saturday, at the Vox Wave Station, we are having our community day. So we will be out here. We got free food and entertainment and everything that's going on. We are located at 4711 Off Place, right next to the Red Lobster off of Branch Avenue. We will be here starting at 11 a.m. and going all the way to 8 p.m. So bring the kids out. We have a lot of entertainment, a lot of food, and everything is going on. And also on October 13th, again, I will be at the You Go Girl Conference with these beautiful ladies. We do have our workshop, so you can go online. And Bev, where can they sign up at? Can they sign up?
They can go. You can go to the website, and if you go to our website, Mama Safe Haven, that's MOMMAS Safe Haven. You can go on our website and register, and you can also go on Eventbrite and register.
Awesome.
Yes.
So as always, you can get in contact with me on social media at Instagram and Facebook at MBA Speaks. And so I want to thank you for joining us. We will be back next Monday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with our awesome co-host. So again, thank you for watching. See you next week and have a great evening.
All right.
Cell phone and all the rest of us fellas.